Alright guys, we are back with another video. Now, it's a late one. I've just come back from work and just saw that this dropped while I was at work today. So I've just got home and I'm straight on to recording this video. Kane Corn said that we can get more than 10 wins, which obviously 10 wins is our best win. Best amount of wins we've had in a season. I'm pretty sure he also said, don't quote me on this, but he said that we could get more than 11. Obviously 12 is usually what's needed to break into the 8, but with a longer, sort of lot of games, I guess, and it looking a lot tighter this year already in pre-season, 11 could be just enough to get into that 8th position. I've already started going through with other teams' games. I'm going to do every other team's games and come back to you guys once I'm at the Suns, and we'll get on to it. So, Gold Coast versus Richmond. I don't want to take Richmond lightly. They're obviously not a great team at the moment. They've got a lot of rebuilding to do with this list. It's definitely an older list, but I still think they've got some quality talent. I think it's going to be a closer game than what everyone thinks it's going to be. I've heard that Gold Coast will win comfortably, and I've also heard people say that it's going to be a close game where it could go 50-50. Definitely, whoever starts better will be in a better position for the game. But I do think we're going to win. I think this is a game that we have to win. I think if we start the season off really well, it sets us up big time for the remainder of the season. I think we're going to win. It's going to be a tight game, but I reckon we're going to win by a kick, by 6 points. So I'll see you when we're at our next fixture. Alright, we're here with Gold Coast versus Adelaide, a tough game, but we are home yet again. I'm going to say that we probably will win at least 90% of our games at home this year. And I think against Adelaide, it's another game that we should win from home. Going to be another tight one, but I think, yet again, I think probably within the 0 to 10 mark, I think a lot of our games will be close, but I think we'll get over the line. It's going to be like a sort of Collingwood type situation. I think we're going to win by 4 points. Alright, Western Bulldogs versus Gold Coast. I think yet again this is a very winnable game for us, but we're being realistic. We're setting very realistic goals here. This is gonna be at Eureka Stadium. I don't know what stadium that is. I don't know if it's like Marvel or something. But I feel like Bulldogs will win this one. I think there's a lot of pressure on the coach at the Bulldogs, and I think they're going to have a strong season. It's still going to be a tight game between us and the Gold Coast. us and the Bulldogs, I think they're going to win by 8 points though, unfortunately. Alright, we're back. Gold Coast versus Giants. Another game that I reckon we'll win. Giants obviously coming off a finals berth once again. But yet again, I'm going... This is actually obviously Adelaide Hills. So this is... gather round this one, but I still think neutral ground is going to be quite tight. I think we'll win this. I think being neutral, I think we'll win this by about, it's going to be very close. I reckon we're going to win it by 3 points. And obviously let me know what you guys think and where you guys think we'll place and how many wins, and I might do a part 2 where I go through your guys' ladder predictions and results for the season. Alright, Suns versus Hawks. Now this is going to be our first big win, I reckon, for the season. Not big in terms of the type of the talent of the team that we're playing, but I think it's going to be our first big win in terms of margin. And I think we're going to beat the Hawks by, I reckon, 23 points. I reckon we'll beat the Hawks by at Carrara or Heritage Bank Stadium. Let me know what you guys think on this one, but I definitely think this is going to be our first big margin result of the season. Alright, Sydney versus Gold Coast. We all know that. Well, I'd like for us to beat Sydney at the SCG, but we typically don't. We can beat them obviously at home. We're very strong at home against the top teams, but unfortunately I do think Sydney's going to win. I don't think it's going to be quite a close one. Unfortunately, I reckon it's going to be about a 16-point difference between us at the SCG against the Swans. Alright, Gold Coast versus West Coast. Now, this is a bit of recency bias, because obviously West Coast have been bad for a couple of years. But yet again, it's going to be another win. I think it's going to be at Heritage Bank. It's going to be 30 plus points this win. This one's an easy one. Gold Coast 30 plus for this one. Alright, our first Q clash of this season. Brisbane Lions versus the Gold Coast Suns at the Gabba. They always seem to have the first Q clash of the year. But it's going to be Brisbane Lions by 14. And I'm going to make an early prediction that Gold Coast Suns will actually win at Heritage Bank Stadium this year. It's been a big thing that we have to win majority of our games at home. So if we can do that and beat Brisbane Lions at home, it's one of the better teams in the competition that we're able to knock down at our home ground, and it's a big win that we need. So I'm going to say Brisbane win by 14 at their home ground, but we'll get it back at our home ground later in the season. Alright, Gold Coast versus North Melbourne. This one's at another neutral ground. I think this might be one of our Northern Territory games. I'm not quite sure. But Gold Coast versus North, I think this one yet again has to be another win. And another positive win of about 26 points. I reckon North are going to be stronger this year, but I just don't think they're going to be as strong as they were last year. Alright, Suns versus Geelong. Yet again, it's going to be tough. Now, I'm pretty sure this is our Northern Territory a lot of games because we're back-to-back. And we are always good in the Northern Territory. So if I'm right and this is at the Northern Territory, which I'm pretty sure it is, let me just double check. Where is Marara Oval? Yeah, it's TIO Stadium. So, with that being said, I think we're going to win by about 6 points just because we always win at the Northern Territory. It's a hard place to play with how humid and hot it is, and I think our Suns boys are always quite used to that. So I think 6 point win just by a kick against Geelong sets us up real good if this is the start of the season that we actually get. Alright, Carlton versus the Gold Coast Suns at Docklands. I think Carlton's going to win this. They're going to be a strong team, so yet again, this is going to be another loss. But if we're looking at it, we're in round 11. We're currently sitting on 7 wins and 3 losses. Our best is 10. Kane reckons we're going to get 11 plus, which will see us into the finals, you'd think. So I think we're on a good step. We can lose a couple of games. We want to try and win as many as we can, but I think, unfortunately, not a home game. I think against Carlton we'll lose by about 15 points. Alright, Gold Coast versus Essendon. Yet again, I think this is a must-win game because I don't believe we'll beat Essendon at their home ground. They're going to be a stronger team than I think they were last year. They're currently sitting at 14th. I can't remember where they finished last season, but I feel like they've got a stronger list, especially with their recruits that they've got in so far. I think they're going to do well this season and probably just miss out on finals again, but I think at home we have to win this game. It's going to be a close game, but I reckon 4 points and we'll win it by. Alright, Gold Coast versus St Kilda. We suck against St Kilda if we're not playing them at home. So yet again, I do believe, unfortunately, this is going to be a loss. Remember, I'm being realistic. And I might react to this at this point in the season, halfway through the season, being like, yo, I was wrong. We're doing way better, or hey, we're doing way worse. But I feel like at the moment this is realistic to where we are. We've got a lot of recruits that need to fit into the AFL system still. We'd love to know that they are ready. I think Jed Bolts is ready and Jake Rogers, but we've got Will Graham and stuff that I think just may need half a season or so to get AFL ready. But I think unfortunately we're going to lose this one by about 18 points, I reckon. Alright, Gold Coast versus Fremantle. I think this is a game that we have to win away as well. So I think we're going to win this one by 15 points. So we're already at 9 wins going into round 16. We're sitting in 6th position with 9 wins and 5 losses. It's going to be interesting because, we're a much stronger team, Damien Hardwick style, and believe me, a lot of you guys might think we'll do a lot worse than this, but personally, this is the Damien Hardwick effect coming into play. Under Stewie Dew, I'm not sure if we'd be getting these results, but with all the players saying how much they're into Damien Hardwick's style and game plan. It's got me full of belief that we'll be able to get some sort of results this season and hopefully push for a maiden finals berth. Alright, Gold Coast versus Collingwood. I think this is one of the ones that we have to lose at home. I think Collingwood, yet again, are just going to be too strong this year. I think they'll make the grand final again. Whether or not they win it, I reckon they'll be in the top 2 teams of the year and make the grand final. They're going to win by 13 points. Alright, another game that we have to win away, North Melbourne versus Gold Coast. I think we're going to win this. I don't think it's going to be as close, but I think maybe by 22 points, I reckon we'll beat North Melbourne away from home. Alright, Gold Coast versus Port Adelaide. This is a tough one. It just depends how good Port Adelaide are, really, because yet again, when I'm making this, I'm not sure how Port Adelaide go. I don't really follow them religiously. I just know that Ken Hinkley seems to always be under pressure, whether he's going out of contract or he's not going out of contract. So, and you know, it's late into the season. If they're doing bad, they might pull in some form to keep Ken in the job. So, in saying that, and saying that Port Adelaide are very good in the back end of the year, I'm going to say that we're going to lose just because they are very good in the back end of the year when Ken is under pressure. But I think it's going to be close. I think we're going to lose by about 7 points. Alright, Gold Coast versus the Giants at the Sydney Showground. So, yet again, this is going to be a loss. I think playing against the teams that are going to make finals, away from home is always going to be a difficult stretch for us, I think. Especially in this first year of Damien Hardwick. And I think this is where we do fail, I think. You know, we play a lot of the better teams, I think, at home first. Don't quote me on that, because I can't remember to save my life. I've got a memory of a goldfish. But, like, I think, you know, a team like the Giants, who are usually on the fringe of finals, and in this one I've got them doing quite well because, you know, Adam Kingsley's got the team motivated and got the team buying in. So I reckon we're going to lose this by about 13 points on the day, and, you know, hopefully it doesn't bite us in the butt too much, and hopefully we can still sneak into the finals and see if we get more than 10 wins, which we're on 10 wins right now, so it's got to be, you know, 3 or 4 rounds left, you know, it's got to be quite hard to not get at least one more win, you think. Alright, now I did say this, Gold Coast versus the Brisbane Lions, round 20 at Metricon Stadium, Heritage Bank Stadium. I think we're going to win by, I'm going to say 8 points. I reckon we'll win at Metricon. It's going to be a tight, very thrilling affair. I think it's going to go 1-1 this season in the Q Clash, and maybe verse them in the finals. We'll see. Alright, it's where we get exciting. So we're on 11 wins with that Brisbane Lions win, and surely we don't stuff it up in Perth in round 21, right? I think we're going to win against West Coast by 26 points, which will secure us finals. So maybe Kane's right, maybe there will be a maiden finals berth, but let's wait and see. It can still all go downhill. It's still extremely tight, but I think a two win cushion between 8th and 9th, I think we've got a maiden finals berth here, boys. Alright, Essendon versus Gold Coast. I did say it's hard to beat Essendon at home, so I'm going to go Essendon by 16 points at Docklands Oval. Alright, Gold Coast versus Melbourne. I don't think Melbourne's going to do that well this year, but I do see them beating us, unfortunately, in round 23, because I'm going to think of it this way. We've got finals secured at the moment in 12th position. If we're looking at this realistically, Dimmer's going to want to rest some players. Every club starts resting players in the back end of the season to ensure, you know, their players are fit for week 1 of finals. So I think we're going to rest our key players and start playing some of our VFL kids, get them some AFL experience. So I think Melbourne's going to win by about 23 points, just pure to that reasoning. Alright, Richmond versus Gold Coast, and I think Richmond's going to win. It's going to be a tight game though. I think, yet again, still resting some players getting last 2 weeks off, resting, making sure everyone's right for finals to give us the best chance. I think Richmond's going to win by about 6 points by just a kick. Alright, now the fun begins. So we finish in 8th position, exactly on 12 wins, 11 losses, with a percentage of 101.5. I think that's as realistic as I could have got for you guys. So let's just go. Collingwood will beat Sydney, and then elimination final 1, Gold Coast versus Carlton. And I think this is where the experience matters. I think unfortunately we'll bear out in the first round of finals. I do have faith in the boys. Just, you know, we gotta have that final series, that first final series to, you know, have under our belt before we can go in and have some faith and experience that the boys can get through. But I hope it's different. But I think Carlton will win. And then over at elimination final 2, we've got Geelong versus Adelaide, and I think Geelong will win. Quarter final 2, Brisbane versus Giants. I think Brisbane will win. And Giants will beat Geelong. Carlton will beat Sydney. Brisbane will beat. I think it's going to be a back-to-back grand final replay. Gotta have a Queensland team winning. This is a bit biased, but who cares? We're not here for who wins the grand final. We're here for the Gold Coast Suns, baby. So I think Brisbane will be victorious. If this is exactly how it goes, and well, not exactly, but we finish in 8th position, we get through the elimination final. Let's see how far we can go. I will be traveling anywhere. If we make the finals and we have to go all the way to Perth, if Fremantle somehow make finals this year, and we have to travel all the way to Perth, I will be over there in a heartbeat, going for the Suns. Win, lose, or draw, I'll be going over there. I'll be cheering the boys on and making sure that I'm doing everything in my power for us to get the boys over the line. But anyway, let me know how you guys like this video. Make sure you subscribe as well, turn those notification bells. I've been uploading quite consistently whenever there's something to upload about, which is pretty much every day, surprisingly, during pre-season. Let me know where you guys think we'll finish on and how many wins. Kane reckons 11 plus. From this, I reckon we could definitely win 12 matches. So as long as we win 90% of our home matches, I definitely think we can hit the 12. But let me know what you guys think. Have a good one, guys, and peace.